The first few are brand new. First is a haiku called "A Tasty 2020 Turkey Day Entree." Rabbit, not turkey, stewed with celery, sumac, cloves, and kohlrabi. The second is another short poem, "The Art of Agreeing to Not Disagree." I might agree with something I don't fully understand as long as I can understand that what I'm agreeing with isn't disagreeable. Thank you. The third piece is called "Why Poets Should Never Wear Blue Bonnets." I was listening to poets recite poems about trees. My olfactory sensory memories took me to a foggy ponderosa pine forest somewhere in Alabama. The sweetest pine scent merged with musty Spanish moss hanging from a coven of elderly oaks. The toads were vocal enough to wake a sleeping bear, which alerted some deer to flee before the humans woke from slumber in their hunting stands. The deer jetted from the scene. The hunters lumbered away in defeat to their log cabin where they broke their fast with sizzling, greasy, peppery sausage patties, scrambled eggs cooked in sausage drippings, and slightly burnt Wonder Bread toast with bluebonnet on it and globs of Smucker's sugarful grape jelly. The poets were unaware of all the commotion they were causing from inside my laptop screen. I decided to stay muted in deference to the oblivious bards who might get muted by an assertive host for exceeding their 3 minutes. Thank you. Why Queen Liz has stopped eating yogurt. My sister-in-law Leslie's dog's name is Sir Yogi Churchill Franco. My younger older brother Paul, whose childhood nickname was Whoosh, is a Winston Churchill history buff. Somehow, Queen Elizabeth from across the pond in that Windsor Castle place heard about Yogi's middle name and sent Paul and Leslie an honorary knighthood certificate for Yogi, which is proudly displayed in a gold leaf painted frame above the fireplace, which is made from castle stones imported from Transylvania over in Romania. The document is hand-inked on real Egyptian papyrus parchment paper. Paul refuses to allow me to photograph it for fear someone might break in and steal it. The Queen arranged for them to pop over for a play date with Yogi and her beloved corgis. But when COVID happened, the trip was indefinitely postponed. Queen Liz had arranged for a charter jet to fly them there and back. They were going to stay in Balmoral Castle, where the dog tea party would have happened. Charles, Camilla, Will, and his family were all going to attend. Also, Yogi happens to be short for yogurt, but shortly after Paul and Leslie took over the care of Yogi from my nephew Justin, another sad statistics of grandparents raising their grandpuppies, Yogi, who considers yogurt to be one of the grossest foods on earth, asked Paul and Leslie if they'd legally change his name to Yogi, which was easy enough to change on his dog tags, but the state of Georgia has a policy against changing the born name of canines and felines on birth certificates in deference to the animal's biological parents. The San Juan Witch Trials. When I was 5, I fell into a hill of Puerto Rican fire ants. Mi familia vivió en Puerto Rico durante 3 años. Our house on Violeta Street was surrounded by an 8-foot stucco wall. We had a housekeeper from St. Kitts named Simbel. Mom heard a rumor Simbel was a Wiccan. Simbel said, "Yes, Mrs. Franco, I'm a witch, but I'm a good witch." It was not uncommon to see wild chameleons, iguanas, and Gila monsters roaming the neighborhood. Thank you very much, everyone.